Hello everyone.
Sorry.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dorms and Teens. If I'm counting correctly, we're on episode 104.
I thought it was 105.
Man, shit, I got it wrong. So we've done one more episode, but I set up the sound wrong, which means there was only audio from my voice and not from the voice of any other players. I apologize for that. I wish I could say it was the first time I made that mistake. It was not. Anyways, we're going to do a full recap of what happened in the previous episode, which is your characters went to the library to relate to Mrs. Tritz the events that you had discovered about her death 10 years ago and the death of a lot of the staff members who were all associated in a guild that was going on strike for better pay. The headmaster, Marius Scala, had discovered that this was happening, and in an attempt to get promoted to headmaster, had unleashed a terrible threat upon the guild, which was the threat of a treasurer, ancient white dragon, wiping them out, and the threat was successful because Indominus Crisp just killed most of them. Having relayed
The power of Kala.
having relayed that, Mrs. Tritz expressed curiosity, fascination about her death, and a very contemplative mood of how that changes things moving forward. She decided that Sue was going to keep their discreet approach and be as stealthy as possible about whatever methods they are using, and after that, you were invited to the next meeting of Sue, and everybody went off to bed. There was a short rest before the preparations for the Scuppers tournament that is happening. That was happening just a few days after the end of your investigation into Indominus Crisp, and then Marius Scala. You had a full day's worth of work, where you had ensured the security of a bunch of new stuff that are coming into the school for this nearly unplanned Scuppers Championship. And having gone to rest for 8 hours, you were woken up by Blisar Gamanagro, who was yelling to you about an emergency that you needed to come for. As you went into the courtyard, you saw the artificer's tower that has that now has a full roof, having the roof open, and a flying ship coming out of it. Piloted by 4 students of Strixhaven Academy, who were taking possession of it without necessarily knowing how to drive it. And your characters tried to intervene. Blizzard Gamanagro used the ray of immobilization from one of his eyes and successfully stopped the flying ship, the Spelljammer, from moving for a few seconds before whatever metal part he was attaching his beam to tore it off of the ship. You then proceeded to go up into the ship to talk with the students, one by one, using the broom of flying that could be sent back with a single word to the surface. Your characters found out that the Strixhaven students who had taken over the ship were the 4 that you had met in Baldur's Gate. I didn't. Okay. I glued them elsewhere. God damn it. Yeah. And you you try to talk Bonnie out of just flying the ship straight into the astral plane in order to ascend and become her true goddess self. And you were attacked by a bunch of ice creatures who tried to steal your ship. Spelljammers are expensive after all. Rot intimidated the ice creatures by using the Call Lightning spell and the Room of Flying to fly out of the storm cloud that they had created. The Raza started killing them off one by one. Kazaris cast Sanctuary on the Spelljammer to protect it from incoming attacks, and then used Flaming Sphere to fight the ice creatures that were making their way onto the ship to commandeer it. The Raza, I think it was it you who convinced Bonnie to turn the ship 90 degrees and hence you rammed it into the enemy ship, or was that Kazaris?
It was Kazaris.
It was Kazaris?
Yeah, I think he's the one that was
Turn the ship 90 degrees. I was like, okay, sure.
I did not say that.
He
No.
said up to the right. He said up. We need to move a little up to the right, and then you, the character.
Yeah, you decided to move it 90 degrees.
Bonnie doesn't have a line of sight onto the outside of the ship, so she followed your instructions to the best of her ability.
Yeah, but that was a 90 degree angle, not a 45 degree angle. You know what? You should have been specific, a 45 degree angle.
You then...
This is Strixhaven. This is like the liberal arts of magical colleges. I wasn't sure if that would work.
They like, most of their powers come from praying.
Yeah.
The curriculum for that isn't super hard.
Yeah, it's like,
It could have been worse. It could have been one of those people from the Goddess of Hard Work.
Yes. You then felt the ship sink beneath your feet because you had convinced Bonnie to give up on trying to whatever. Like she was raving on about how the sky was a portal and that once she passed it, she would become Mystra, the goddess of magic. And you started falling towards the ground. In the moments before you hit the ground, some of the students had a quick conversation. One of them yelling, "This is stupid! I shouldn't even be here. If it wasn't for the Candlekeep students trying to steal our the price we were making, we wouldn't even be here." And you had asked what's that prize that they were making was, and they had answered a gate of wealth, a magical item that takes you to the biggest source of wealth within 1 mile.
it was like, no! Why?
Why would you even do that?
And so and so you were falling to your
Death.
falling to your deaths as Bonnie not only lets the ship fall, but also accelerates towards the ground at the same time. So this is where we left off. Let's have everybody roll initiative.
Why are we rolling initiative? Who are we fighting? The ground?
The ground, yes, you're fighting the ground. I want to know which ones of you are rolling first. And the ice creatures on their ship are still like trying to capture the spell gem.
Why?
13 plus 2, my initiative 2, right?
9.
15.
Your initiative is your dexterity modifier.
So it should be a 15.
Okay.
I just had it.
Is that it right in front of you?
Yep, I'm blind.
Really
I just-
lost today.
Okay, so
I just
initiative.
yeah, because like what we are plummeting towards the ground.
Okay.
Do they really still think this is a good idea?
9, 10, and
15.
15. Okay, 15. You are first to go, Libraza. What do you do?
So we're following.
Do we do?
What else can I do?
I have a really good idea.
Can we restart the ship somehow? Can we get her to restart the ship?
Sure.
It's like,
What do you tell Bonnie?
That you know what? So I'm gonna try to convince her to start a ship by saying that
if you die now, you can't ascend later.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a persuasion
Persuasion.
roll. Difficulty is gonna be. Difficulty is going to be 14, but not for the reasons you think necessarily.
Mostly because she's still panicking and
Yeah. So go ahead and roll. So
exactly.
Bonnie, for context, is strapped to the Spelljammer helm, which is a chair in the middle of a room that pilots the whole ship and does
Okay.
not have line of sight.
I got a 14 plus 3, 17.
Hell yes. Okay. So you, she answers to you. Yeah. No shit. I'm not planning on dying. Just let me know when we're close enough to the ground that I need to slow down. And the 14 was for you to convince her, like, you don't know how fast she can brake. And this is her first time piloting this thing. So she probably doesn't know. So it's the fear in your voice when you're getting close enough to the ground that convinces her, I can push this a little bit more.
Like, girl, you better start the ship out before I smack you silly.
Yeah. So the Spelljammer arrives in the courtyard and just and there's
You just see like
we cut to a little cat, Empress White Paw, just like strolling on the courtyard after a mice, and just like sees a shadow fall upon her, looks up, and the whole Spelljammer ship is falling at full speed and just stops right before crushing her with the broken tip. And she's looking upwards like fucking terrified, and then just starts to sprint as far away as she can.
Oh
So
my
that
God.
was a successful action that avoided you one of the dangers that your party was facing with. Rot and Casares, you still have one ice creature on board and a ship full of them behind you, hurling to try to still capture.
Were there any left on the ship?
Huh?
Were there any
Oh yeah,
left?
there's like 14 of them still alive.
Oh.
On
You-
the
you-
on our ship?
No. On your ship, there's one who's still alive.
Okay.
So.
I mean, I could always threaten to melt him like the others.
Oh yeah. Did you leave the flaming spear? So do you consider the flaming spear to be on your ship or on their ship?
Mine.
Okay, cool. So yes, make an. I mean, do you want to attack it or intimidate it?
I mean, I'm going to try to intimidate it because maybe I can get it to, avoid an incident at the school if it can tell the others to back off.
Oh, okay. Sure. Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Alrighty. Let's see. Got a +2 to intimidation, so.
You have advantage because it's a creature made out of ice.
Yeah, exactly, and I just. It's like. I will.
Yeah, but it could be like one of those ice pads that it's on fire, but since it's frozen, the water sinks.
They're Moonites.
Huh?
They came from the moon, remember?
Moon dust.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Moon's haunted.
15 and... Okay, so 17.
17, hell yes. The creature has a bunch of clerics in front of it, and a flaming sphere right behind it is on the verge of tripping off of the ship, and is what do you say?
Basically, I say it's like, if you don't want us to melt you, it's like, if you don't want us to melt you, tell your friends to stop, because this is because yes, these are students. This is an entire school full of wizards and clerics. Do you really want that?
The terrifying ice creature looks up, starts to yell in Aquan, if any of you know the primordial language, and the other ship kind of just breaks after yours, drops down like a 120-foot frozen rope that the creature grabs onto, and they start to scoot back up and fly away, fully intimidated. Blizzard Gaminagra rushes forward as Bonnie kind of just like parks the whole ship as best she can, narrowly avoiding crushing Empress Fuzzy Paws. The Zargamanagra arrives and just, oh, thank God you got them. I'm so relieved. Well, security team number 2 probably has gotten the students out by now too, so we should be good.
Probably?
You don't know?
Well,
Got the students out of where?
there's multiple exits out of. It's better if I show you. So, you see that he takes you to the down a few corridors, and then you arrive in a room that's like way too big for him to pass through. So he's able to guide you. This is in the middle of the section of the academy that is the dorm. That is being reserved as a dorm for the Strixhaven students. So it's a sort of like side building out of the walls that was.
And I'm gonna drag the Strixhaven students along, and I'm gonna be like, you're gonna tell me everything about this wealth gate, because our students could be in a lot of danger.
Okay. It's not. We haven't got it working perfectly yet, because there was such short notice that there was going to be a championship that we were going to be involved in this month, okay? It's what you wizards would call a prototype.
Oh dear.
So this is
That sounds even worse.
This is Igba, the cleric of all gods, who's got this sort of like bubble of water just rolling on the ground, allowing her to breathe while talking with you. It's basically a rare magical object that acts as a portal that can take you to the biggest source of wealth within 5 miles. We only got it to work for on a 1 mile radius, and it doesn't bring anything back. So we it's right now it's only a one-way portal.
Oh no.
If they don't try to bring treasure, can they come back?
No, it's not. It's just we haven't gotten it to. We haven't sent anyone through. We're still like just.
Oh my god! So if they go through now,
Blizzarga
in there, they're stuck in there.
Yeah.
And Zargamanegra is behind you and saying, "Hey, there's multiple exits out of Indominus Crisp's lair. And besides, if he it wouldn't be the
Blazarga is Indominus Crisp, the largest treasure here.
Yeah, he's an ancient white dragon.
Are you
Do
sure?
you know what this place was before he became before it became a school?
It was a dungeon.
It was a lich's dungeon.
What do liches do?
They collect well.
They absorbed the souls of adventurers who were stupid enough to wander into their lairs.
And why do they come into the lair?
Because the liches accumulate enough riches to lure in adventurers. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is bad.
It's bad either way.
Well,
So let's hope that Chris has the largest wealth.
Because we can at least talk Crisp into not killing the students.
Hopefully.
you arrive in the room. You see that it's a very tall room with large windows facing the sea, taking in as much light as possible for the construction of whatever this thing is. You arrive to see what appears to be this large wooden gate that is being painted in a color of gold that has half-constructed
Is it
like
does it look kind of like
statues of like angels and horns of plenty, piles of gold and things like this.
kind of the Stargate Atlantis gate?
I'm thinking more something square with a rounded arch at the top, and like there's clearly some chunks that are not finished or like carving or being painted, and there's holy symbols all around.
Igba, is there any way to get an idea of where it would have sent them without going through?
Do you have the spell locate object? Because you can cast it on something you have and send it through the portal.
I mean, I have that spell, but I don't
Can we
think
go
it's prepared.
halfway in, or is it just a...
I haven't tried it.
Here, Sassy!
Well, there goes another familiar.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Sassy arrives and drops on your shoulder, and you hear her little Hulk voice saying,
I mean, she could go through, and if it is Crisp's lair, she could just fly out the cave.
"Do you know?" So you want me to go into the portal that could take me to dangerous places?
Well, we're probably gonna have to. Well, if it's the more dangerous place, we'll have to follow you through. If it's the less dangerous place, you can fly out.
You cannot hear through her telepathy.
I mean, if it is where we think it is, you should be able to fly out. If it is somewhere else, we'll still have to go through.
So you'll definitely come and rescue me if I don't come out on my own.
Of course.
Can you?
Make a deception check or persuasion, depending on whether you're telling the truth or lying.
Blazarga, you may need to get some of the faculty if it is not Indominus Crisp's lair.
You want me to wake up the faculty? I mean, sure. What do you want?
11. And it was persuasion.
Actually, could we just do like a roll call? Lazarga, could you just like make sure that all of the students are accounted for and none of them are missing?
It's this bad? It's this? Oh, everyone's asleep. I guess I can go and wake them up.
Well,
Is there a way?
First, if it's not in just in Crisp's lair, and we can talk to Crisp. If it's not that, then yes, we will we will need to, because they will have been transported into the Lich's dungeon.
You see,
I mean, how far is Crystal Lair from where we are?
huh?
How far is?
It's just like 500 feet down the cliff.
We couldn't Sassy just fly over to the cave's entrance?
So Sassy kind of like does the like crows can't like hogs can't really roll their eyes that well, but she does the full head movement to go with it, and then jumps off of your shoulder, passes through the gate. There's a golden light, and Sassy is gone. You can. She's out of range of your telepathy, and she's out of range of your ability to sense through her senses. After 2 minutes pass, it is clear that Sassy did not fly out of out of Indominus Crisp's cave and emerge back to here.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to need whoever would know where the best entrances are, potential entrances or exits to the Lich's lair are.
Well, we still need to
Any
go
of the
through.
students have gone through before we do anything. Like, we need to figure out if,
Alright,
if
I'm
there's
gonna
any
wake up
students.
everyone!
No, Blizarga, don't wake up everybody. Everyone should be in their beds, right?
Yes!
Okay.
You want me to open the rooms to the dorms without waking people up and then counting them?
Can't you do
Can't
like a
you,
sense?
like, see through walls, bro?
No.
Can't you sense through walls?
Wow, that's kind of offensive, honestly. Wow,
Wait,
a dude has 9 eyes and you assume that at least one of them has infrared?
Yes.
Do
odds
I
are
look
high.
like a reptile to you?
The odds are high, my friend.
I mean, that'd be a pretty cool power to have, wouldn't it?
It would be pretty cool, yes! I imagine you wish you had heat vision as well. But no, you have dark vision.
I don't have dark vision.
The gnome does.
The Noma does.
Oh, right, dark vision, that's me. Well, anyways,
I have dragon
I'm
sight.
gonna go and wake everyone up so I can do a proper head count.
Oh my god. Not the teachers.
Well,
Okay.
No, we're gonna.
The
No.
teachers too?
I mean,
Yes.
isn't
Okay,
there a way
everybody.
to sense people in the area?
an
There's
emergency
different
though?
powers,
Can
but
we just
Bizargaminagra does not. Bizargaminagra doesn't have divine
Wait,
sense.
couldn't we just wake up one teacher and have her
Wake up! Yes, wake up the divination teacher.
Oh yes, sure.
Yes.
We have
We can-
people
we
with
can-
divination powers.
We can have her help us deduce if students went through the portal.
I'm pretty sure students went through the portal because they were trying to steal it, and they're not here.
We don't know if they're not here.
Okay.
Actually, I asked. While Blazarga's doing that, I asked the Strixhaven students, do any of you have anything that could give us insight as to who has been in this room and what happened?
Or do you have an idea of which students were talking about stealing it, or which students you think might have been interested in stealing it?
So Val says, "Yes, I know the intruding students who are involved. It's
Don't let it be Grand Dragon.
I overheard an owling student called Zamachi discussing the idea that Garrett had of destroying the whatever prize we had to ridicule Strixhaven, which he seems to hate."
Garrett's the half giant that thinks he's human,
Yes.
right?
Oh, he's a half giant? Well, that's gonna be terrible news to him. Zamachi was bragging about the idea to Pendragon, Felix Pendragon, whose eyes glinted at the sound of the sound of the prize, and instead he suggested that instead of destroying it, that stealing it might be a more humiliating and but less destructive prank. after that, I also noticed that they were being spied upon and listened to by a force student called Harris, a little newtling.
Oh, Harris, why?
Because she loves Pendragon. She loves
So she
Felix.
wanted to get the treasure so Pendragon could have money.
Oh, no. And she's all about keeping secrets because she's in
Naturally, I went to report it to the teachers, but my friends know when I'm about to report something juicy to the teachers, and they convinced me to instead report it to them, and decided to pull a counter prank.
Oh, God.
Okay, first of all, going through the portal may lead to danger.
Okay, well, at least I'm
Taking
gonna
a ship will lead to danger.
Why? We didn't know that they were going to go through it. We thought they were going to steal it. They might not have known what it was, and then changed their plans once they found out what it was. They're smart students, I believe.
I'm gonna go check to see if Samachi, Garrett, Pendragon, and Harris are in their rooms.
Okay, cool. Make an...
Can I just go through the portal so I could get fucking sassy and assess the situation?
Make an investigation check.
Please don't do that.
Let me roll to the side.
Okay, I...
Don't give Simon the power to decide what's a good or bad
22.
choice.
Huh?
That's why I'm not gonna let him
22?
know.
Okay, cool. You're able to uncover that those 4 students are in fact missing.
Well,
okay. On your way back to reporting this, you encounter divination professor Bagheer, who arrives in the room in like fully dressed, dramatically pushing both doors open and yelling, "Something terrible is happening! I've sensed it! People are in danger!" And
we already figured that part out.
We figured that out.
And bad things will happen if they are not stopped.
Okay.
Really now? Who
Alright.
knew?
Thanks so much. Welcome to the party.
You see Blizzard and Agra arrives behind and says, "She was already fully dressed and outside of her door when I got there."
Of course.
Can you give us any useful information before we jump into horrible danger?
Yes, I see how you are strongly tied to the place where they're going, and you are also strongly tied to the place where you're going, and you're moderately tied to the place where you're going. You will uncover dark secrets.
You know what would be funny? You are not connected.
So this will be like pretty much every other week.
So wait, am I connected because of Sansi or because of the fucking dungeon?
Yes, the answer is probably yes.
I sense something else. I sense that you should proceed with your utmost care. Okay, and you see that she's going to cast Cure Wounds multiple times, and all of you are back to full HP.
Yay!
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank you. She's good for something.
And that was an internal IRL comment.
You see,
So she did not hear that.
you see that like
Like, oh, fine, curses you.
right after this, right after casting all of those healing spells and everything, you see that she sort of like stumbles back and collapses into a chair without looking back to see that the chair was there, like perfectly falling down onto it and saying, "Oh, this was draining." And she takes out a long like cigar holder with a cigarette at the end, like, and lights it up, and like sort of like purple smoke starts to come out of the end.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the fuck, like the what do you call them? I know the word, but I can't think of it. The one with the crystal ball. The crystal ball, the wardrobe that they're usually at fairs.
Oh, the fortune teller?
Yeah, kind of like a fortune teller. Like a bad fortune teller.
That's exactly what she is.
She tells you things that you already know and everything. I'm like, yeah, tell me now. Who knew?
I'm like, yeah, okay. So, if they're not here, if the other security team's not here, that means the other security team went in after them.
Yes, I called them and they were supposed to handle this incident while you handled the other incident.
Blizarga, do you know which faculty members would be the best at potentially handling a disaster involving horrible undead?
Yes.
Would it be
the
the
necromancy teacher?
Okay, good. Get him.
Right away.
All right.
Paladin.
So that I don't keep going back and forth across the faculty at my levitating speed.
Who else?
Who else could we potentially need from the teachers?
I think we could use the paladin, Clark.
What is somebody to purify the dead?
Yeah.
So
Would Clark have? Actually, yeah. Would how many of the Strixhaven faculty would have
cleric powers?
Yeah,
Hold on,
clerical abilities.
I'm gonna pull up and...
None of them, because this is a school for wizards.
Yeah, but
No.
Didn't some of the Strixhaven teachers came?
Yes, there's one There are 2 Strixhaven teachers still around.
Are they the ones in the Google Drive?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm pulling it
So
up.
do they have any purification for the undead?
So
There's Joanne Jackson, and who's a cleric, and Sabrina Mueller, who is a druid.
So a druid will have?
Yeah, they have druids, paladins, clerics, and rangers at Strixhaven. You just haven't met any of their druid students. Hey Chico, shut the fuck up.
I would let's see, and also get whoever would know the layout of.
Down, and it's back on. Okay, cool. So determine where the exit could be.
Yes.
Got it. And the divination teacher, after like taking a long breath, is going to say, "You already know of one exit. There is one that was created by the bomb in the Underdark that's opened up a passage into the old dungeon."
Didn't we steal that though?
No.
I thought we did.
Yeah.
Oh, rocks were collapsed. We can get you out from under there.
Okay. So now we know the exit point we want. I say we get the 3 faculty members to come with us so that we can safely extract the students.
Zarga Menagra is going to say, so with both security teams down there and me just here, I don't think the teachers are going to want to take this risk. It's especially with so many students left vulnerable up here. I think this is gonna be a you job, but I'll ask. That's just what I remember from the rules.
I mean, if it's in the rules, where Clark's gonna be against it.
Well, of course. Well, if we could get any help,
Yes.
it will be...
At least help to open up the exit.
Yeah.
So by the time we get there,
Oh, yeah, I'll get some teachers to open up the exit with me. Well, if I don't see you again, good luck, and it was nice working with you. And
I mean, you probably see us, but we'll be undead.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
And jump into the portal.
Okay. You as well?
What? We're jumping into the portal?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay, here we go.
Alright, cool.
I'm not ready.
You jump through the portal and find yourselves after a bright flash of light in utter and complete darkness.
Here, Sassy.
Wait,
Sassy.
why didn't we wait for the teachers to
They-
why didn't we wait to confirm that the exit was actually open before we came
wasn't.
into this place?
Like it wasn't, but they said they were gonna clear
I
the
know.
road.
Why didn't we wait for that to happen? What did they go
Because if we wait for that to happen, we don't know how long that's gonna take.
Yeah.
Rod, I think you see you
Well,
notice.
she's the only one that can see things.
Yeah, you as they step forwards before you,
Oh, my
you notice a glint in the eyes of Cazares. You realize the other security team is in danger. That means Donatar is in danger.
Oh,
I have a lantern, so I
okay.
light up my
I
lantern.
understand.
Okay, you turn on your hooded lantern.
I use my mage hand to carry it.
Cool. Rot, do you step through after the Raza and Cazares?
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, cool. You bravely step through, and you are in a room now lit up by the hooded lantern, and you're able to see piles and piles of gold and magical equipment that starts to shine a little bit more than they should as the light sort of touches and starts to reflect off of all of those expensive metals, gems. The walls are really hard to see with all of this shit that's right here. You have found your way into a stone room filled with treasure. This is not a cold place. It is damp and
Musky.
and it is and it hasn't had a lot of heat in it for a long time. But it's also not frozen and deeply cold like the lair of an ancient white dragon. Your guess was right. You are deep beneath Candlekeep.
So
You
it's-
are in the Lich's dungeon.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to take a short break.
Well, yes, we're in a treasure room. All right.
Yes.
And as far as we know, it's only undead in here.
Okay. So, whole treasure room, walls made of stone. That's all you can really spot right now. What do your characters do in this situation?
You can try to connect with Sassy.
True.
Yes, you sense Sassy. You sense a deep headache as Sassy
I'm
flew.
getting a call. I need to pause real quick.
Okay. All right, and we are back live. Not live, but okay. So, Laraza, extend your mind to feel the mind of Sassy that is currently experiencing a deep headache from having flown beak first into a pile of solid gold.
Oh boy.
Well,
At least she didn't die.
In the dark, you hear her voice in her head. Of course, the teleporter that takes you to the room of wealth doesn't take you to a spot that is easy to land on. If you're flying straight through the gate, no. Of course, it has to be glitchy and deeply painful to me.
I'm sorry, girl.
well,
At least you're alive! I'm sorry.
Yay, I'm alive.
Do you still want to be here?
No, I would like to be gone. In fact, if you could banish me instead of me dying in this dungeon, I would love that.
I guess I could send her away for a while.
Yeah.
well, wait. Before you do that, ask if there were any signs of anyone else in here before we showed up.
I mean,
ask her to look around.
she flew straight into a pile of gold. I don't think she saw anything.
Yeah. Well, like any noises or
Did you
anything.
hear anything as you crashed into the pile of gold?
I did hear a shriek coming from behind this pile of gold over there, but it's been 5 minutes and nothing else.
All right.
Okay.
Have
a good rest.
Thank you. You wave your hand, and Sassy disappears in. Is Sassy counting as an infernal, a celestial, or a fae?
I think I still had her as a fae.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she evaporates in basically like sort of like dandelion dandruff that's like illuminated by magic and just sort of like disappears.
And I could just summon her whenever without doing a ritual, right?
Okay.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna be like kind of softly. It's like, is anybody here?
Oh my god, it's you! And you see Harris sort of like run out from from behind the pile of gold and come over to where you are and sort of like hugs. Let's see.
Okay, first of all, I want to ask her if she's okay.
I'm fine. I didn't.
Are you hurt?
I was not hurt in any way. I just made the terrible decision of coming here.
Okay, and after that, after make sure she's fine, I yell at her for her stupidity of going through a portal that she has no idea where it leads to.
And ask her, why the heck did you do this?
I didn't think the security team was gonna.
You didn't think the security team...
Wait, what about the security team?
What about the security
Well,
team?
they went in right after Pendragon and
Wait, Pendragon's here too?
Wait, Pendragon came in first?
so she hugged you, Rot. Despite the fact that during your first interactions she was like,
doesn't like me at all.
yeah.
Yes, but right now you're her favorite person.
You see that she says, I overheard they were gonna do something with the prize. I followed them sneakily, and I saw that they went through. And when they did go through the security team, I went to warn the security team, and they came and they went in there. But I didn't. I wasn't sure that they were going to successfully be able to survive, and I thought that maybe if they had someone who knows a little bit about the Underdark and the Underground, that maybe they'd have a better way of getting out of there. So I stepped in, and now I'm here, and it's terrifying. It's a Lich's dungeon.
I was to say, you know about a Lich's dungeon?
After this is all over, Harris, you and I really need to have a talk about self-worth and how you need to get over this crush you have on Pendragon.
I mean, she technically doesn't need to, but she stops and needs to try so hard to impress him.
Also, did you see the other students or the security team after you came through? Like, see or hear them?
No, but I heard terrible yelling and through the door over there. There were flashes of light and thunderous sound, like an epic battle was happening. I was terrified.
Okay. Well, the we got Blizarga to try to wake up some of the other faculty to try to get the entrance, the exit that was opened up by the explosion cleared, so that we can get out.
Okay.
So for now,
Is it okay if I follow like one room behind you, but you stay ahead and I
Stay
behind?
close.
I
Yes.
think you should stay close.
Okay.
Yes.
stay close and out of combat.
Where we
As
can
much as you
see
can.
you.
I'll stay one room behind if that's okay.
Do you have?
As long as
Wait,
we can see.
does she have anything that any spells that she might help us with?
Yes, I have prestidigitation and burning hand and firebolt.
Firebolt.
And
Okay. Not much
I mean, so
combat spells.
Harris, you have to understand this is extremely dangerous. Even if we're heading forward, we don't know what might be lurking behind us, and we all need to try to get out of here.
I'll be very careful. I'll keep my eyes wet, and you see that she extends her tongue and sort of like moisturizes both of her eyes to be able to see better.
If we can't see you, we can't protect you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay within sight, but out of combat.
I'm gonna use.
Are you sure you're gonna use one of your spell slots that we might?
Well, I was gonna use my earring, a message to
Oh,
connect to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that.
Yeah, you can talk with her as with the talkie-walkie.
Yeah, but is it something that's like gonna be something that I could access anytime, or should I cast it when I need to use it?
During this dungeon, we're given how close you are to each other. You're just gonna be able to use it for the duration of the dungeon. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So stay in touch with Rot, and hopefully we will all get out of here.
Okay. So, you see that she pointed to a side where you see what appears to be a fake wall, but it has obvious gears to move it around, basically. This looks like a secret entrance, but from the side that's where...
That's supposed to be on the other side of the secret.
Exactly. Like, you're in the secret room right now. You're past the secret entrance. So there's, like, a mechanism to open this fake wall that is very clear.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm a gnome, and I have proficiency with tools, I think. So can I walk up to this thing and try and figure out how to use it?
Yeah, for sure. Roll. I want to say.
This is gonna be bad.
Roll investigation.
Okay, investigation. Don't let me down. Little dice, it let me down. I rolled a 9.
Okay. You notice that the mechanism to open it is very likely on the other side, but also think that if the Lich was to come and get stuff from this room, that there should be a way to leave this room from the inside as well. You just don't spot the mechanism.
Alright.
The Lich is gonna come get stuff from this room?
Yeah, there's treasure and magical items in here, right?
So maybe
When
we
the Lich was
don't
alive.
want to open this door?
It's the only way out.
Is this the door that Pendragon and them
Yes,
went
it's
through?
the door that it's the door that the security team went through. I didn't
How did they
see
go through?
Pendragon.
How did they get through?
I don't know. When I arrived, they were already having this epic fight in the other room.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay. I am going to roll investigation on
got
it.
it.
You know what? I'm gonna roll 2.
Go ahead, Damien.
14.
14. You find that there is like I don't know how to a counterweight system. You're able to pull on the weight and
15.
So the door is open.
The door is open. You rolled a 15 on your investigation. You realize you're leaving behind a mountain of wealth. It's much smaller than the lair of
Dominus Chris.
Dominus Crest, but wealth is much more concentrated. Those are powerful magical items, and there's a lot of them. Gems, gold, years of pay at Candlekeep Academy.
And it's probably at least half of it is probably cursed
That's
horribly.
What I was just thinking.
I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh my god, how much of that is cursed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like let's.
Especially if it's in a Lich's lair, we know it's going to be cursed.
We can
Ding.
play it later.
You hear a whisper that you haven't heard since you retrieved the poison dagger. That says it is cursed. On the other side of the Lich's room, there's another secret passage. There's 3 items there that are not cursed.
Well, the voice never let me down, so hasn't let me down yet. So
Here, the voice is louder than when you were in the school or when you were in the sewers.
you know what? Okay, I want to change my. I want to know who the hell that voice belongs to.
Okay.
You're changing your mystery?
Oh, well, I could just add it to one of the mysteries.
I mean, I am counting it as a mystery that's in the story, whether you have it in your list of mysteries or no.
Got it.
Okay. I guess I just say what I heard. Apparently there's... Yes, all of this treasure is cursed, so nobody take anything. Or you'll be cursed for internal damnation or something.
Are you like a warlock or something? Because Pendragon, he hears the voice of his patron sometimes.
No, it's a dead family thing.
It's probably a dead family member. Or... Yeah.
So like an undead patron warlock.
No.
No.
Okay. Alright.
So as far as I know, not yet.
Not yet.
So, you are able to enter into this vast room that, as far as you're able to see, this like elevated platform with a throne on top of it. This is clearly like a room for an epic confrontation. As you step through the secret passage, there's a sort of like a green light that starts from the ceiling that comes down, and it's sort of like a wall of light, and then it comes back up, and you immediately you see smoke coming out from different pipes in the walls. A large green light in the center of the room appearing, and sort of like...
What does 15 Arcana tell me?
These are all complex illusions, and and sort of like hidden behind the light, but producing a large shadow, you see this skeletal figure coming out from beneath the ground saying, "Adventurers, you have made your way here for your final confrontation. You have braved my traps. The wall of near death. The mushrooms."
We know it's an illusion.
We just walk by it.
the mushrooms of sleep, and yet you are here. Well, it is time. Come, let this place be your
Can you
tomb.
go over the things that we braved again?
I mentioned the wall of near death and the mushrooms of sleep.
So the one near death,
And
did we die?
You hear basically the crackling of energy, like thunder, like spells are being cast from near the walls. And after a few seconds of maniacal laughter, you see just basically like about 100 spikes come down from the ceiling and up from the floor, just on the elevated dais, and like basically tearing anything that would be in that area to shreds. Luckily, there's nothing there, and the illusions sort of stop. The room becomes normal again, and the spikes shrink, retract back into place.
So that explains the sounds of epic battle that Harris saw or heard. Yeah. Did anybody recognize that skeletal creature? Did it kind of look like one of the Board of Trustees to y'all?
You can make an perception or insight check at a disadvantage. This was a large monologuing illusion of a shadow on the wall of this creature.
At a disadvantage?
Wait a
So roll
minute.
twice and take the lower.
Was that lich even real?
And then it was, what? Perception?
Or
Perception or investigation?
insight.
Insight.
Oh, okay. So that would be a 9 then.
Okay.
Oh,
You couldn't tell from this amount of detail.
yeah. I didn't get it either.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Yeah. We all got way too low.
This mystery remains, for now, unsolved.
Okay, where is that secret room that voice was speaking? He said behind the lich's throne, or
It's in the treasure room, right?
No, he mentioned 3 rooms, right?
you mentioned one room with 3 treasures.
The room, the voice mentioned a room on the other side of the Lich's room. So, probably somewhere on this wall.
Can I cast...
Cast what?
I'm thinking detect magic to see if there's like any kind of magical traps in the room.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you check how long that lasts for?
10 minutes.
And is it a ritual?
No? No?
It's not a ritual?
No.
Okay. Because in this case, you have to spend a spell slot to activate it.
Oh. Let me look.
You're double checking.
I'm double checking.
You're like, that would be really useful.
And you said
It is ritual!
Okay. So so if you spend an extra minute casting it, you don't need to spend a spell slot.
Should I do it?
I would say, let's be
do
careful.
it. Let's do that.
So you are able to save yourself a spell slot. You are able to detect that there's basically a series of spells kind of linked together in the architecture. First off is a detection spell that activates whenever somebody steps into the room.
So that's why everything activated.
Yeah, and if this detection spell detects any humanoids, so not anything that is not an undead, then the rest of the magical items activate. So they're deeply embedded in the walls, and they're basically just illusion projectors that create sound and visual effects. You even notice that there's one to make the place smell like death. That is imbued.
So the smell of death isn't even real?
In the center of the room. And last of all, it's the spikes coming up and down that are activated as sort of a chain reaction after all of the illusions.
Is this a
have
theme
been-
park or what?
It's a complex trap. If you were an adventurer, having gone all the way through the dungeon, seeing this, a lot of player characters would see this and think, oh, this is the GM is setting us up for an epic fight with a mist all around and everything, and the paladins and the fighters would have rushed in. That's the smart thing to do against the spellcaster.
True.
Oh, well, we're not fighters. We're not fighters.
And we're not normal adventurers either that want treasure.
All right.
Okay, well, it seems like we're pretty safe to just, walk across the room now.
Yes.
Casually stroll across the room, trying to find a secret entrance for those 3 treasures.
Yeah, maybe we can walk across the room and investigate the walls to see if there's any kind of, lever or trigger that would open the secret room?
Because those items might
So
be
roll
helpful.
roll an investigation for me, please.
Yeah, I'm like, magic.
7, 5, 6, 8.
16.
Let's see. 16 and 5 is definitely going to be
21.
over 20. Yeah, 21.
Okay, 21. Hell yes. So you're able to spot like a series of mechanisms, sort of like hidden inside of the wall. Basically, like they're activated by jamming something in between two stones and sort of like triggering the different mechanisms, and you're able to have this secret door open to reveal free armors. So the two. Can y'all tell me what types of armors y'all are wearing?
It's mine should be light armor.
Okay.
Yes.
Leather
Mine.
armor, yeah,
Leather
whatever
armor.
Yeah, mine is going to be my armor of tools.
Got it. But what type of armor?
Is it heavy armor, medium armor, light armor?
I think.
So it's gonna be in your equipment, not in your.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, scale.
Okay, cool.
Whatever scale is.
So lever, scale,
Yeah.
and what do you have?
I leather. Leather.
Okay, cool. So you find 2 lever armors of +1, and 1 scale armor of +1. Those basically boost your armor class by 1 point.
So 14.
Yes.
So
So if
wait, what did we find in there?
2 lever armors of +1
Okay.
and 1 scale armor of +1.
And luckily they're not cursed, according to the voice that I heard. So
It's gonna take you a minute to sort of like put them on. And you also notice that they have mold on them that kind of has to be like swept off.
Interesting.
So they've been here for a long while.
Can I use nature to see if I recognize the mold?
Yeah, for sure.
sure.
Since we have a.
I rolled an 18.
18, yes, recognize this mold. It's in fact you're able to connect to it. This feels like residue left over after the casting of spells from a spellcaster, from a druid of the Circle of Spores.
Oh, interesting.
How recent is the mold?
Can I tell how recent it's? How young or old or?
It's alive, so it's gotta have like been either somewhat recent. As a residue for a spell, it's really old. It doesn't really have any magic on it, and you feel like that spell must have been cast ages ago. And the way that it's encrusting the armors, basically it's a residue from a druid creating those 3 pieces of armor.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
And convenient. Conveniently, why were they hidden though in a Lich's lair? Unless they knew something like this was gonna happen.
You know what? Given the weirdness, I say we roll with it for now and figure it out if we get out of here alive.
Okay. So that we have a +14 armor class.
Yes, and just add a +1 to whatever armor you had.
Yeah, that's only 14.
Well, I mean also on your
Your-
armor so that you
so
know
that-
that it's a +1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then also I'm keeping my armor class the same and then doing +2 over it so that I know that those 2 points are coming from things in my equipment.
Yeah, because you have a shield that gives you a +2, if I remember correctly.
No, not a shield. I bought the cloak of protection.
Oh, yes.
Alrighty. Let's go.
I forget I still have the obsidian hourglass.
Okay, so you're able to pick those up. You take the time to put them on. You're now better protected than ever.
What does uncanny dodge do again?
There is one visible door out of this room.
Alrighty.
I kind of like how we're going backwards in this dungeon.
So it's gonna be harder and then get easier as we go, potentially.
Or
So far
it'll be
it's-
easier and get harder.
Yeah.
So far, it has seemed pretty easy.
Yes, it has.
Okay, so what was the order of the things?
I don't know. Well, I don't know that it indicates order, but it was a wall of near death and mushrooms of sleep.
So we could either be walking into the mushrooms of sleep,
Or a
the-
wall of near
or
death.
the wall of near death.
But we should watch out for both of those.
Yeah.
Damn
I kind of wish I had the necklace set of adaptation.
Where is the door?
like
Do we know?
right up here.
Right up here.
Okay.
Oh, so this whole big square here is that big chamber.
Yeah, that's
that
the
we're in.
big chamber where you've been.
Our dungeon's not too terribly big then. It's with a lich at the end. Great. Alright.
So this is the treasure room where
Well,
you
technically, the
there's
room
another
we're
one
in
right
is
here.
what the lich would have been.
What's that?
Well,
then?
the fake lich.
Oh, that's stuff you haven't explored yet. I haven't even set it up fully. But yeah. Do you want to grab a token for? Oh no, you've dispelled Sassy for now.
Yeah.
I guess, can I, before we go any further into this lich's dungeon, can I cast Summon Beast and
For sure.
cast Dandelion? Get Dandelion out in this bitch.
Sounds good to me.
That is concentration,
And
and it's up to 1 hour.
is detect magic also concentration?
I forget my noble
Yes.
my noble
Okay.
background.
So
basically.
you would need to stop being able to detect magic in this place in order to summon Dandelion. And if you
I say we wait to summon Dandelion until we need Dandelion because Dandelion is also time limited.
Yes,
Is that-
for an hour.
is that okay?
No,
I can't
I'll
find
find
the.
I'll find it.
It might be in the monsters or the other things.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I say we wait so that when we're going through the hallways, we can at least maybe get some warning
Yeah, I
ahead of
think
time.
that's a good idea. I agree.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait. Sorry.
Yeah, so
I
we're
was
gonna head
overthinking.
towards
What?
the hallways.
What is, adventurers, your marching order?
Who's first?
Yeah.
I think,
I guess I could go first and try to detect traps.
Okay. Make an investigation roll for me.
Please let it be high. Investigation, I have +5 on it, so... What is it, 9? +5, 9, 10, 11, 12,
14.
13, 14.
Okay. You're going to step through here, and you are going to detect a trap. You're going to. I'm gonna describe the room afterwards, but you're going to detect this sort of like vibrating wall of like nearly invisible magical energy. There's some like crackling of green on the sides every now and then.
The wall of near death.
And you see that it is basically right here, blocking the whole path in front of you.
So it's made of electricity.
It's made up of nearly invisible magical energy. Okay. I'm gonna describe the rest in just 1 second.
Can you throw one of the ball bearings at the wall and see if it reacts?
a ball bearing? Oh yeah, you have those in
Yeah, I
your...
got ball bearings. I got like 1,000 ball bearings.
I don't know where my dandelion
Is it maybe in the monsters?
is. I checked in the monsters.
Okay. It is possible
This
that.
No. It's the Chinese looking one.
That one was in the monsters. I saw it.
Okay, so it's
Yes.
in the monsters bag right there.
Yes, it might be buried under stuff, but I know I saw it.
I just looked all through this.
Ow, bear.
Yeah. I'll double check it here, but I
It
know
might have fallen off of it, like between the cushions or something, if you can't find it.
Yeah.
But, alright, I'm gonna pause the recording. We're gonna need to take a break for...
It's 151.
Yeah.
So, let me describe the room as it is now. You are all free. You're all free in this room, right?
Okay.
The big throne room is behind you. Okay. It's Liraza's first. Rot is second, or is Kazari's second?
Put the little one in second.
You're tanky in case like things need to be covered behind you, but you can also be the tank at the front. Artificers are more tanky than. Well, actually, druids are some of the most tanky, so never mind. Yeah, do you want to be in the back?
I mean, I was assuming we were gonna have Rot in the middle because Rot's also doing detect magic.
Sounds good. Okay.
So, and she has her spores.
They-
Circle of spores. Sorry, and they have their circle of spores, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So, you arrive to see a strange room. Actually, hold on. You know what? I think this makes more sense. Okay. You arrive. So you find yourselves in a corridor with the what appears to be a magical, translucent wall detected by the Raza right here. On the other side, you're going to see a few strange things. First off, there's the unconscious bodies of Donatar and Morgren
Oh shoot.
on the other side of the wall, and two undead skeletons talking to each other. Second thing that you notice is there's mushrooms everywhere. So there's actually very few mushrooms that are beyond the wall, like on your side of the wall of near death. But on the other side, there's fungus everywhere. It's taking up most of the rooms of the corridors. There are all sorts of varieties. They're projecting spores that are creating ambient luminosity, and they're all over the undead, like animating their joints, filling out the pieces of flesh that have rotten off. And there's a door to the side. So, the Raza, as you're the first to come into this room and notice all of this, you've opened the door. Are you trying to be stealthy, seeing that there's two skeletons there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Make a stealth check.
And
Normal, and everybody behind you, who's behind the door, you also make a stealth check, but the two of you have advantage. So
okay. I guess I'll find out if I'm successful or not.
Okay. The passive perception of a skeleton is 9. That is the difficulty that you're having to.
And I'm doing stealth.
Yes.
Okay, stealth is a +8.
Okay, so you need to not roll a 1.
Yeah. 20!
Natural 20, congratulations.
11.
11.
Okay, cool. So the skeletons have not noticed you. You see that they're like, come on, your arms are stronger. You can drag the one that's not wearing heavy armor. And the other skeleton is like, I don't know. The dragonborn one, he's much taller. I think you should take this one because there's less flesh on him. And the other one is like, no, come on, we both know armor is heavier. You just don't want to do the work.
Okay.
So, what are your characters going to do with this interaction?
I wonder. What do I have on me? Because I wonder if I could cast Minor Illusion. I wonder if I could cast Minor Illusion and make it look like there's nothing in the hallway as I slowly approach, so they don't.
Minor illusion can make it look like there is something there that isn't what it appears to be.
Oh, okay.
And you need to be crouched up in a ball to be able to hide all of yourself behind the minor illusion.
It's only a 1 foot radius.
Yeah, 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot cube.
That'd be really hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Oh, you know what? How about I cast Mage Hand and make it carry a ball bearing out of how high is the ceiling here?
It's about 15 feet.
15 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I would do that. And I'll cast Mage Hands, make it carry
15 feet is relatively high, I think.
high enough for the skeletons not to see.
Yeah, it's also pretty evident that this place, like, there's so many mushrooms growing on the walls. It seems like this place is built so high just to be able to accommodate large populations.
I want to see if I can distract them long enough. Or make them move.
Okay.
So I'll use I'll have my Mage Hand carry a few ball bearings.
Okay. You, the mage hand grabs the ball bearings, rises up to 15 feet.
And I was thinking like somewhere
Yeah.
in the middle of the hallway.
Okay. As the mage hand passes the wall of near death,
Oh yeah, I forgot that ball near
nothing
that.
happens. The mage hand is able to continue. And are they dropping the ball bearings here?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
Can I? So
Yeah.
they can
So
go, like, scatter.
you one of the ball bearings like hits a mushroom and sends this like puff of yellow spores going down the thing, and then tang, tang, ting, 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 ting. They fall to the floor. The two skeletons look to the side and say, like, look at it, and you hear one of them say, "My gosh, it's the feet again. Shut up! We don't stop causing a ruckus."
It's the what?
The feet again.
The feet.
Undead feet.
And like when there's like there, you hear a tapping at the end of the corridor, which you can't see on the other side, and the two skeletons head off just a little bit farther away from the body.
Okay, I guess-
successfully distracted.
I want to see what. I want to see if the wall of death, near death, because the wall, whatever that is. I want to
It
see.
probably only affects living things.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, the mage hand is a spell. It doesn't have HP.
So I was thinking of one way to find out if it affects living things, but at the same time,
You hear in the back of your voice, "Don't you fucking dare!" In the back of your mind, you hear the voice of Sassy being like, "I can, don't you dare call me back in this hellhole. I am not. You will never hear the end of it if we survive, and if I die, I will haunt you."
I mean, here's.
You know that because of the spell, she has to listen to your orders.
Yes, but at the same time, I don't want to be haunted by a sassy looking.
By the end of the game, you're gonna have like 5 snarky ghosts following you around.
Okay, another way to find out if it only affects living things, but how can we do that? I guess I could just.
Mushroom food.
I guess? Will mushrooms count as a living thing?
Mushrooms do count as living things.
But if
I need all of you to make a perception check. But those of you who have not passed the door yet are doing it at disadvantage.
So I have an advantage?
You just roll like normal.
Oh, okay.
They both roll with disadvantage.
8 perception, you said? I got a 9.
Okay, so
Perception, yes.
I got 18.
18 with disadvantage.
10.
Yes. I rolled
but
an
did-
18 and a 16.
So
So you got a 16.
Plus 2. So I
Oh,
got
wow.
you're going to notice something on the wall right there. Okay. It's right in front of the trap.
In
and-
front of the trap?
Yeah, like
On the other side of the wall.
on this side of the wall.
The off
Okay.
switch.
Okay. You see text, and it's very clearly text that only you can read of the whole party because it's in Druidic. It says,
Hold up. Go.
Draw adventurers through this barrier, but remember to only finish one of them off and keep the others alive for 1 month. The barrier will also bring your mushrooms near death, so pass through it sparingly.
That's what's called the wall of near death, so you're left with 1 HP.
Will you say that again?
Yeah,
Draw adventurers through this barrier.
but remember to only finish one of them off. And keep the others alive for 1 month.
So
Wait,
kill
so the
one,
Lich is also a druid.
It's a druid of the circle of spores.
The Lich is part of the circle of spores.
The barrier will also bring your mushrooms near death, so pass through it sparingly. You connect the dots. A lot of summoned creatures, like undead, know that can speak and understand and read the languages known by their
Owners.
by their summoners, by their creators. You realize that only someone who has levels in Druid would be able to speak Druid and write it and have their summons following it. I need everybody here to roll either Nature or Arcana or History.
Alright. I'm gonna roll history.
You're gonna
Wait,
roll
you say
his-
nature, arcana? Yep, history. Because mine's a +5 in history, so. Thank God for my noble blood. This 20.
For your noble education. You weren't born with knowledge of history in your veins.
You never know. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13, okay.
I also got 13, but 4 Arcana.
Okay. So History and Arcana. Okay, so...
Holy shit, I rolled a 3, but I have 6 in nature, so it's mine.
Okay. You've heard of the history of whole biomes freaking out and starting to grow beyond the limits of their climates. So by biomes, I would mean
Like the mushroom biome, forest.
a mushroom biome, a forest, or even a desert full of cacti and things like this, expanding beyond the borders where the climate would make it possible. Those events are called lights, and they're associated with part of the nature involved becoming undead.
So the mushrooms spread because of all of the undead collected there?
You have knowledge of Arcana. You can tie what is happening here to ritual, where wizards become liches by making a terrible act and get immortality out of it, right? Clerics can do the same thing and become mummies. It's a different type of undead for a different type of spellcaster.
Oh boy.
Druids, who are extremely protective of a specific piece of land that their circle is tied to, can give up their own life in a dark ritual to protect this biome against all who would harm it. They become what is known as a blight, and
That's what we're gonna face.
and they are immortal, very similarly to how liches are. They can only be destroyed when the core of their biome is destroyed as well. The last thing you know is that they cannot stop expanding the biome forcefully into areas around it. They can only be sealed away by powerful magics.
So the wall of near death is the only thing keeping this lich's mushroom biome from expanding endlessly.
Well, for expanding to the rest of the thing behind you, right?
So anything beyond that wall won't be affected, but anything before that wall, it's being affected.
Right. by this mushroom.
So right now we're
thing.
technically in a safe zone, right?
Yes, you're technically in a safe zone. That's what you all know about lights. Haley,
Yes.
despite the fact that rods didn't roll very high on nature, they're still able to sense something disturbing. A connection with the mushrooms on the other side.
I had a feeling.
Cool. So the two skeletons are distracted. There's the bodies of Donatar and Morgrun laying on the ground, surrounded by mushrooms. There's a wall of near death in between you and them. What do your characters do?
Well,
I want, but it's one on your death. Damages you going both ways or just one way?
You don't know. Make an investigation check.
I wonder.
What if there's an off switch on this side?
Do you have
Guess I'll do investigation for both.
I had a mechanical pencil that had a
19 plus 5.
19 plus 5. Okay. So
24.
24. Got it. You're going to notice the following. Morgrun has wounds from a recent battle, but that have been covered in mushroom paste. Basically, like he looks like he's been bandaged to heal. Donatar doesn't have any wounds on him, but is unconscious. Okay? So what the conclusion you reach is simply Donatar didn't drop unconscious because of any fighting.
He didn't drop. He didn't battle, so he wasn't. He just. Fuck. I don't know what to do with that.
Okay, so
What?
maybe the defense.
Just one way?
Well, what I mean is like maybe it has like a limited number of creatures it can affect.
Maybe it only affects mushrooms.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, okay, so it affected Donatar. I think we can draw that from Laraz's observations that it affected Donatar.
Because he passed out?
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it fully affected
Morgrun.
Morgrun.
The dwarf paladin.
Because
he was able to fight?
Yeah. Because there's not really anything to fight in this room that they would have been coming out of.
Or before, because before it was just all illusion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Or
maybe
so we
so maybe one person can take a hit and then the other people can pass through.
But wait, why are you
I'm just making a face. What are you looking at me?
He wants us to walk through the wall.
I mean, we're going to have to get through it somehow. We're going to have to get through it somehow.
So Donatar is a dragon.
He's a dragonborn.
Born, right? Okay,
Yes.
and what is Morgan?
Wait, what?
Morgrun is a paladin. He's the
Dwarf paladin, right?
Dwarf paladin.
Dwarf.
He's a paladin of the Oath of Bureaucracy. He is the disciple of Clark.
Okay.
The disciple of
What's
Clark.
Donatar's dragon type class?
I do believe we had said
He was fire?
he was.
All right.
Yes, he's a red dragonborn.
Okay. I
So
wonder what kind of damage the magic one does.
You don't know?
I'm going.
You're able to detect magic, so I can tell you with absolute certainty that this wall is magical.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You
and
can also
one
detect
order-
strong magic coming from over there, and the little pinpoints of magic of those two animated skeletons.
Okay. So in order, detect magic is concentration, and I'm not allowed to cast other spells while I'm in concentration.
No, you can cast no other concentration spell.
No,
So if it's not concentration, I can cast it.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is weird, because you gotta concentrate on to cast a spell in order to cast it.
Okay, you guys, I have this spell absorb elements
I do as well.
prepared, and it captures incoming energy, lessening its effect on you, and storing it for my next melee attack.
Sorry.
And I have resistance to the damage type until the start of my next turn.
So it lists the types of damage that it protects you against, right?
No, it does not. It just says this spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for your next melee attack.
Okay.
You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
Aren't you glad you didn't use your spell slots?
Yeah. I mean, I still have a lot. That's a level 1 spell. I have 4 level 1 spell slots.
Damn.
Yeah. I have 2
Yeah,
level 2 spell slots.
There, Rot is what's called a pure spellcaster, which means that they get new spell slots practically every level. Artificers are half casters, so they need 2 levels to get what Rot gets in 1 level, and rogues, arcane tricksters are called third spellcasters.
Every
You
3
need
levels.
3 levels to get what they get in a single level.
Yeah, I have tons of spell slots. That's like the main power of my character, I think, is spell slots.
And you have your wild shapes.
Yeah.
Your wild shapes are.
I think the wild
Okay,
shape is
so-
going to come in handy this spell.
Wait.
Wait, can I use my mage hand to grab the mushrooms?
Real quick, the cast in the casting time for absorb elements. What does it say?
1 reaction.
Okay, so you have incomplete text. It's 1 reaction which you take when you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage. It's only elemental damage. It doesn't cover slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing from weapons, or necrotic or radiant. Necrotic being the energy associated with death, like the spore damage that you can do.
Wait, the wall of your death, it might be necrotic damage.
I don't think I should walk through. I think if I walk through that fucking wall, I'm gonna be fucked. This is the wall of near death and it fucks up shrooms. I'm a shroom dude. I'm a shroom dude. I'm gonna be fucked.
I mean, I'm already up front, so I'm about to go just take the...
Let's see if I have any spells that I can cast to like give you some.
Okay.
Plus...
Are you saying that you're stepping through? You don't have much time. The skeletons are about to are not
What do you
going to
think,
stay
yes?
distracted for.
Should I just say-
super long.
Should I just say yes? Should I just take one for the team?
If you know what, yeah, I will. I have spare the dying, and do you have spare the dying?
No.
What's better?
Okay, I have this. I have spare the dying.
So do I pass? Should I pass through?
Yeah.
All
Pass
right.
through, and I have spare the dying at the ready.
All right. So you pass through. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, and the difficulty, my friend, is 20.
I knew it. Did I get a net? Just gonna get a. And you said what was it?
Constitution saving throw.
Why did it have to be Constitution?
Why did we let him walk through?
You have to do something at some point.
Mm-hmm. I got a 5.
You got a 5. All right.
Okay.
So listen carefully. You don't take a fixed amount of damage. You're just brought down to 0 HP. Okay? So
Down.
you fall unconscious, and you start making death saves, which means we're now rolling initiative because
They heard.
Uh,
Wow. They
the
heard me fall.
yes, they heard you fall, and not only
Wait,
that,
well, wasn't I crouching anyways?
sure, but they noticed you fall.
I thought crouching.
I'm gonna run up and touch him.
Okay, how about I was crawling.
I'm gonna run up and touch him and
Wait.
cast Gentle Repose on him, which...
Okay, let's roll initiative first.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
so
protect you for the
Do I roll initiative too, or do I
yes,
wait?
you we need to know when you're dying, basically, when you're making death saves. Okay, who's rolled between 15 and 20? Okay, between 15 and 10. Okay, what? How much?
12.
Okay, so the skeletons go first. Cool.
I go very fast.
Between 5 and 10. Between 1 and 5.
1 and 5.
Okay, which one did you... What did you get?
I had a total of 3.
Okay, what did you get?
2.
Okay.
You got a +1 on the initiative.
-1.
Oh God!
Alright,
I
so...
got a 1. It was a good thing it was not any other's throw.
Good thing initiative doesn't really matter.
So, about the initiative not really mattering,
It does matter.
the two skeletons see this, are going to run up, 1, 2, and see that you two are also like right there, right outside of the door. They look at each other and he's saying, "Let's do this!" And they're each gonna grab one of the Dragonborn. So that's 3.
Hopefully one of y'all has long range weapons.
And 3 is gonna be enough. And then they're gonna drag them back, 1 and 2. And then this one is gonna drag him back 1 and 2 as well. So basically dragging the bodies out of your line of sight. That's actually they're gonna dash to be able to do it 3 more. 1, 2, actually 2 more. Cool. That's their action. Their bonus action was interacting with the bodies, and their movement. That is their turn, which means it's now Rot's turn.
So they took Donatar and Laraza.
Yes.
And Laraza's making death saving throws.
Yes. Yes.
And Donatar too, probably. Okay. So let's see. Each of these little squares is 5 feet,
That's correct.
and I can move 25 feet. If I dash, does that double?
Yes, it doubles. You can also use your broom,
Yeah, which moves 50 feet.
which moves 50. That thing is just a mushroom, by the way. I put it in there to remind me that they were it's just full of mushrooms. I just put it in there as a reminder to myself.
Is she giving you a look?
Listen, let's focus on what your character is doing, and you can
We have learned to have
you can give me
intense
that
distress.
glare afterwards, okay?
Here, I'll glare at him for you.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Fuck. Well, I don't want to run through the wall. What do I do?
Okay.
I'm going to see. I can feel the mushrooms through the wall.
Yes, through the wall of near death. That's correct.
Ouch. Okay. Let me. Okay. And there are mushrooms covering all the surfaces in this layer.
That's correct.
Okay.
I think the music stopped.
Weird.
Motherfucker. Okay. So.
Especially in this place.
So, just a thing to both of you. Each of you can make either a nature or no, each of you can make a pure intelligence check.
Pure intelligence check.
Watch me,
5.
the artificer, fail.
Maybe pass.
Just a difficulty of 10.
Well, I got 12.
Okay, cool. So, given the mechanics that I just explained of if you pass through here, you're dropped to 0 HP, you realize a couple of things. First off, that doesn't affect spells if you have healing spells. Second off, a druid in wild shape would not be put unconscious, but simply taken out of wild shape by this wall.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So wild shape and dash through.
Wild shape and dash through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's wild shape is an action, and dashing is also an action.
Well, I mean wild shape and move
run.
through.
Yeah.
Well,
Couldn't you have told me this earlier?
I can't move through it without dashing.
Oh.
Well, you have the broom, right? So you can do 1,
But
2, 3,
what am I?
4,
I'm gonna
6.
transform
Oh, yes,
into
yes.
a what and fly on the broom.
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
You can just select something. You might want to select something that has a high movement speed.
A lizard.
That can hold on to a broom.
Oh no! Your magic equipment folds in with your wild shape form if you wanted to. So you can just bring all of the equipment you already have on you in with the wild shape, and then transform again out.
Yeah, but I have to be on the broom to use it.
To be able to move this far, yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Or you could transform into something with a higher movement speed. You did roll low on your intelligence roll.
Which is funny, because I thought you would have rolled low. The one that keeps forgetting everything.
He's able to remember things pretty well. He just forgets about them very quickly. After.
That's what I said. That he forgets things. The forgetful.
50, I think.
What's that?
But I think I need to be able to move at least 50, right?
To make it through the barrier, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You need to move 35 feet.
Why did you move me away from the mushroom if it's just the mushroom?
I mean, it's closer to them, but it's the same amount of movement for you. You need 35 feet of movement to get past the barrier this turn.
What is speedy?
And then am I within at least 300 feet of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to be able to move how many? I'm sorry.
35.
35.
35. Got it. Okay.
35 or more.
Man, there's so many options, but I want to do something that's like...
Just pick the first one.
It's gonna get dropped to 0 HP.
It'll take you out of your wild shape anyways.
Okay, then I'm going to transform into... a cat.
Okay.
A cat.
How much movement does a cat have?
40.
Cool. Okay. So you are able. So where do you want? You can move an extra 5 feet once you're done passing through there. I'll let you keep the extra 5 feet of
Wait,
movement.
the dragonborn was the one that was covered in runes.
No.
So you could have been there with 35 feet as well.
So they
Okay,
left out the wounded one.
Okay. So that's your action to transform and your movement. As you pass close to this mushroom. Okay, nothing happens. I hope the phone picked up you saying whispering "fuck you." You still have a bonus action if you have a spell like Healing Word that only costs a bonus action.
I keep forgetting I still have my inspiration.
So,
No.
just like you expected, so you transform into a cat. A cat that has mushrooms growing out of its ears.
Thank you. I was
Rush forward, hit the wall of near death at maximum speed, and just transform back into a gnome as your cat form is reduced to 0 hit points.
Why did we do this first?
Hindsight is 2020. You didn't know specifically how the wall of near death worked.
True.
See, so I took one for the team, guys. Y'all better.
Okay. Do you have a bonus action you want to cast?
No.
Okay.
You don't want to cast
You don't have healing word?
No, I don't have healing word prepared.
Okay.
Laraza, I need you to make a death saving throw. That's with your Constitution modifier.
No, Constitution is a +1.
You need to beat. Every time that you roll, you get either 1 or 2 successes or failures. You need 3 successes to stabilize and return to 1 hit point, and 3 failures to die all the way. Extra damage done to you counts as a failure. Yeah.
Am I gonna have to get my brother involved after that?
My long lost brother, who has exactly the
long-
same stat sheet as me.
My long twin brother,
Kiraza.
Laraza too.
So go ahead and make your death save.
Has to be what, a 20?
So 20 gets you back to consciousness.
Oh, okay.
You need to beat a 10 to count it as a success.
Oh, okay.
If you roll a nat 1, it's 2.
So it's basically a 50-50 chance of me rolling.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
About, because you're adding your +1 from Constitution. Alright.
10.
That is... Oh, that was a 9, so it rounds up exactly to 10. So
Yeah.
you can mark you have 1 success
Yeah.
on your death saves right there.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Cool. That is your turn. That's all you can do during your turn.
Unless somebody casts him or...
Cazares, it is your turn now.
Just don't cast someone else.
Okay. I do not think I have anything that can actually help me.
You can dash through it, can't you?
Do you have healing word?
I do have healing word.
Okay. Well, you can cast it if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I will cast healing word.
Okay. Who do you want to cast it on?
I'm going to. Actually, wait. What class is Donatar?
Donatar is a paladin. You know that paladins have.
Wait.
Sorry. Donatar is a wizard.
Donatar is a wizard, right?
But don't you have to be able to see them to cast healing word?
Yes, you do.
I can go up to where I can see them from and cast healing word.
Cool. So.
And
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6. You can see Donatar, but not Laraza. You can also see Morgren, the paladin, from where you are.
So would the paladin? So I can only see
Donatar and Morgren.
Okay,
I'm
and
stupid. I know what I could have done too.
would the wizard or the paladin be better here? Let's see.
I think that the individual that's actively being drawn away would probably be better, so that there's
Okay,
a
yeah,
higher chance.
I'll cast it on Donatar.
Okay, cool. So roll your dice for healing word.
Roll my dice for healing word.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a rope. Grab the mushroom right.
Wait.
right
It's
Healing word. You gotta roll 1d4
Here.
plus your spellcaster modifier.
I don't have a D4 in here for some reason.
I think.
Oh, you have my D4.
Nope.
Oh, that's a different D4.
Yep.
These are almost the same. I'm not sure. This looks like the same color set.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, so I'll roll a D4.
1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
It came in this set.
Would that be my spell attack bonus?
That would be the same thing as your
Spellcast
spell attack
ability
bonus. Yes.
Modifier.
Okay. So a minimum of 5. Oh, I got a 4, so 8.
Okay.
8.
You heal Donatar for.
Oh, I found my 4. Never mind.
Okay.
It
You
was
heal
in the carpet.
Donatar for 8 let me roll real quick his initiative, and if he acts after you, he can act this turn. I rolled a 14, so Donatar is actually gonna go before everyone else in the next turn.
Oh yay!
What does it look like as you cast Healing Word through the barrier?
So basically, what it looks like is a bunch of like, kind of almost random lines of light that look, but that if you pay attention, look like anatomy, like drawings for like a medical textbook, flowing out and like to Donatar.
Nice. Yeah, like textbook diagrams that represent the muscles going to.
Yeah. Like muscles, organs, bones, that sort of thing.
Donatar gasps awake, looks around him, and is going to cast Burning Hands on the two skeletons behind him.
Yay!
Can you roll a 3d8 for me, please?
3d8s.
Yes.
Alrighty.
The skeletons are gonna do a saving throw. Oh!
Can I get another d8?
What does it look like?
It's 2 pyramids.
2 pyramids.
Alright. 4, 6, and 6.
So that is 16. This is okay. They get it halved to 8, which means that they're at okay. So they're starting to burn, and the mushrooms behind them also catch fire. From Burning Hands being activated. That is, and he's also going to try to struggle to break free. Post check. He's a wizard. He rolled a 2. They're skeletons. They rolled a 5. They keep their hold on Donatar, who is still immobilized. Which means the next person on the initiative order is Rot. Actually, no, it's the skeletons. So those 2 skeletons are each going to make an attack on Donatar. 13 plus 4 from the short sword, that is 17. And that is going to be 1d6 plus 2, that is 5 points of damage. He still has 4 points he still has 4 HP. I rolled an 8 plus 4 is 12, and Donatar's armor class is,
I think 13.
Donatar's armor class is 14. So, Donatar is still conscious. Last thing, this skeleton comes in through the door saying, "What the fuck is going on? Oh shit!" And is going to move in to try to attack Rot. Rot does a 19 pass your armor class.
A 19?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. In this case, you take 6 points of piercing damage from that short sword.
Even. Okay. But are they within 10 feet of me?
Yes, you can use your reaction to deal the spores damage.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead and roll.
Yay!
So how much damage does it do against me again?
It did 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh, I rolled a 4.
Okay. 1d4 plus.
It's just 1d4.
Okay, cool.
I'm supposed. I don't think so. I just think it's 1d4.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you got hit for 6. That's the end of the skeleton's turn. Rot, it is your turn.
Well, how close is the skeleton behind me to death?
Well, it is 4 HP down.
Okay.
You don't know until it's a total HP.
Well,
You see that it looks at you and says, "You wield the Master's magic!"
Yes.
You can say,
I am your master.
No, you're not.
I had to try, right?
It's like
How
I'm
to
in a
give it
different
a
body.
shot. How to give it a shot.
I mean, you could have rolled deception, but the difficulty would have been a 20. So
Hey, I'm gonna roll it.
sure.
Then she rolls a 20.
Go ahead.
I rolled a 6.
No, you're not.
How funny would that be if you actually did roll a 20?
Is it close enough to me to where I can touch it? Can I?
Yes.
Can I? What can I do on this thing?
Necrotic damage? Oh, no, wait, no.
It's already dead. It's
Undead aren't necessarily immune to necrotic damage, especially the low-level undead.
And aren't they covered in spore and mushrooms and spores, anyways?
Yeah.
Can you hijack the spore stuff?
I can, but I don't want to use my wild shape yet in case we come across like harder.
Oh, you have to use your wild shape to do it?
Well, if I want it to be powerful,
I
would imagine.
It gives you extra temporary HP and gives you it allows you to do more damage with your unarmed strikes.
So I would like to cast Chill Touch.
Okay. So you roll with your attack at advantage because you're doing it on an undead.
So wait, I roll. What do I roll? The D20?
What does it say?
It says you create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature to assail it with it.
Okay. So make a ranged spell attack. That's your attack, spellcasting attack modifier.
So it would be 15 plus 5 is 20.
Dirty 20.
20 hits. Cool. How much damage does it do?
It does 2d8.
It does.
It says this spell damage increases by 1d8 when you reach 5th level.
Yep,
which
exactly.
I am.
Yes, go ahead and roll 2d8.
That's...
I rolled 2 3s, so 6.
Okay. You see that it's already somewhat wounded from the fight beforehand, and as you materialize a hand sort of grasp where his heart used to be, he falls into a pile of bones and he is dead. That is your action. You still have a bonus action in your movement. Naraza, I think you're gonna need to make a death save.
Can I just do it now?
Yes.
How close am I to these motherfuckers? Oh, no, it's not a bonus action. It's action.
1, 2, 3,
16.
4. So you could be in melee range of one of them with using only 20 feet out of your 25.
That's going to be another save. Roll a 16. So I got that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 16.
Cool. So that's another success in your death save.
Okay. Is there any way to do anything about this wall of near death from the other side?
Not that you've spotted. I will let you make an investigation check for free on your turn.
Well, can I make an investigation check as my bonus action?
Sure. Go ahead.
Sorry, Carrie.
That's fine. Okay.
I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3? Okay. So you have your movement. Do you want to...
Plus 3 is 6, though.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to move?
Yeah, I guess I'll get closer to that.
Okay, cool. So
I
you
can
can...
make 25.
You have 25, yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in melee
Can
range.
I, jump onto their bodies?
Sure.
Adding weight to their bodies?
So do you want to add it to the Raza or
like lay on both on them. Lay on both
Like kind of
Okay, cool.
like latch on both.
Hey, make another death save. as a gnome just full body to you.
Wait, but I touched them, so I can cast Gentle Repose on them, which takes away the death save throws.
Oh, is that what the Gentle Repose does?
It says, you touch a corpse or other remains for the duration. The target is protected from decay.
A corpse or remains. A corpse
and can't become undead. The spell
Yeah.
also effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead, since days spent under the influence of this spell don't count against the time limit of spells such as Raise Dead.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh.
So,
I'm
well,
pissed.
actually, he might die if he rolls a natural 1. You might have used for Gentle Repose.
That'll be a 20.
Is it a...
16.
Okay, so that's your third success.
I'm up.
Okay, so you
Fuck yeah! It
so
raised them from the dead.
as Rot just like jumps over your body, a little bit of the necrotic energy that was stuck in your throat escapes. On your turn, when you succeed on your death save, which takes your whole turn, you wake up at 1 HP.
So the next turn, I'll
Yes,
wake
the
up.
next turn you'll be able to do action.
Okay, so
Okay.
can I raise?
Yeah, you're at 1 HP. Cool.
Somebody better cast
Casares.
more than me.
It is your turn, Casares.
I
Wait, do the skeletons not, like, lose their hold or their grip with the extra weight on these bodies?
I'll give the Dragonborns advantage on escaping the strength check, which they can do at the end of their turns. Oh, it's the end of your turn. Make a strength check against the. Gotta be done 11.
Is it with advantage? Wait, is it with advantage?
It is with advantage because you landed on.
That was an 11 and a natural 20.
Nice, natural 20. So you are no longer. So Rot waking you up from the dead, from death saving throws, and
Waking up from
allowing
near
you
death.
and allowing you to be free of the hands of the skeleton
And
in
at
one
last-
single movement action.
And at last I see the light.
All right. So
It might
it
have
is-
not been clear necromancy, but I have still raised the dead.
Hallelujah!
All right. Casares, it is your turn.
okay.
Oh, hey.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the mushrooms with me,
3 death saves,
Okay.
3 days to rise.
and I am going to try to go through the barrier.
Okay.
It's not. Okay.
Understood. So you grab as much life stuff as you can from around you to try to overload the barrier. You step forward, make a Constitution saving throw. The difficulty is 20, and I'm sorry, but you were wrong about your hypothesis of overcharging this very powerful spell. So you are not getting advantage. You just make a Constitution saving throw, and the difficulty is still 20.
I hope we get a 20.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I do not.
Okay.
I get a 10.
All right. You pass through at the start of your turn, and you immediately fall unconscious and start making death saves. Right now, actually, make a death saving throw.
God damn it.
God damn it, Karen.
And I don't add anything to the saving throw?
Just your Constitution modifier.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I pass.
Okay. It's above a 10?
Yes.
Cool. So you have 1 success and 0 failures. You can erase all of your successes and failures for
did.
death saves. So you are good. All right, Casares, that is your turn. Donatar, on his turn, is going to cast a Flaming Bolt, and I roll a 7. So that hits more mushrooms instead of the skeleton he was aiming at. He's going to make a strength save. He rolled a 2, and the skeletons rolled a 5. So he is still grappled. It is the turn of the skeletons that are going to. So one of them, the one who is holding you, is going to target you. You're on the ground, so I have advantage. I rolled 22 to hit. Does that pass your armor class?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Son.
You're back to unconsciousness.
Okay, but Also, they are starting their turn within 10 feet of me, so I'm gonna roll.
Okay, yes. Go ahead.
So that's
one of them is yes, one of them is going to be affected. So go ahead.
Is that before the attack or after the attack?
2. So they've got 2.
Okay, 2. That is so they're still able to none of
Should
them.
I have rolled it at advantage because it's necrotic damage?
No. Cool. And another one is going to do an attack against Donatar with advantage. That's another 22. That's 3. He had taken. He has 1 HP left.
You can only use it once, right?
Okay. And the
You can use it again.
What?
You can't use it again since another one's already in their turn.
the skeleton that's standing over you, that's like slashing down at Leraza, is going to say, "Ingrateful! It's one of those druids from the Circle of Spores. Don't you respect the source of your own power?" And that is going to be their turn. Rot, it is your turn.
What are you talking about?
The master empowers the spores.
For all members of the Circle of Spores? I've never heard this before.
Ignorant too.
Blasphemy!
Well, let us go.
No.
Why? You're not being respectful to a member of the Circle of Spores. Why should I respect you if you're not going to respect me?
Is that your turn?
No.
Okay.
You're trying to talk the skeletons out of this.
Yeah, I was. Okay, I'm trying to talk them out of killing me and my friends. So I kind of just want to like leap up and hit them.
Okay.
With my scimitar.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make an attack roll. That's going to be your strength plus proficiency.
What does the d6 look like?
That's just the regular dice.
The cube.
Yeah, the cube.
So do I roll a 20 for attack
Yes.
and then the damage?
That's correct.
Rolled an 8 plus what, strength?
Strength and proficiency.
So that's 11?
Okay. That does not pass their armor class.
Okay.
That is your action. Do you want to do do you have anything that you want to do for your bonus action?
I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay.
Maybe I kind of stand up.
Yep. Yes, you can stand up.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
I don't want to be laying on Leraza anymore.
Okay. So that is Rot. Leraza, make a death save for me, please.
Plus 120.
Okay, cool. So you have 1 successful death save. It's you need to roll a natural 20.
I know, but I'm like, yes!
You were very close. You were very close. Cool. Kazaris, make a death save, please.
Nope.
No?
Fail.
Okay, so you have 1 failed and 1 success. Donatar is going... this is my last spell slot! Is going to Burning Hands again. Ooh, they rolled a 3 and a 4, which means... they're both dead, and we're out of combat.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good.
How did they...
Actually, sorry, we're out of combat, but we are not out of initiative because we still have 2 people that are making death saves right now.
I
Cool.
got a good berry in my
That's-
bag. You can give me
That was
that.
Donatar's save turn. Rot, it is now your turn.
I have this healing potion, this health potion.
Yes,
Can I like pour it down their throats?
absolutely. The throat of one of them.
Donatar is not unconscious.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that just do. Me and
Kazaris
are the ones that are doing
If
death
I
saves.
pour it down their throat, will they still be making death saves?
No.
How many death saves do you have left? You have
You
one fail.
okay. Yes, he has 1 success and 1 fail. Technically, y'all are not supposed to be communicating that information because it's not readily apparent to your character which one is closest to death right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, probably the smart thing would be to do the person closest to you first if you have more than one.
Yeah.
No, the smart thing would be to pour it down your throat because you have health healing potion or healing spells. So I'm gonna pour it down Kazar's.
That's the smart move. That is indeed the smart move. Okay,
Maybe we can only just go through his bag and
roll 2d.
No, he has healing spells.
Roll the healing potion, which I think is 2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 2.
Plus 2. Okay, cool. Raza, it is your turn. Make another death save.
So 4 plus 2 is 6.
Okay.
Okay, and I have to pass. I did not pass my death save.
Wait, no.
You don't need to make death saves.
Sorry.
Okay, so it is now your turn, Kazaris. You have Donatar unconscious next to you, and Leraza unconscious down the hall.
Wait.
Sorry, not Donatar. Morgren the Paladin.
Okay, Morgren, I am going to... Paladins usually also have healing. I'm going to cast Healing Word on Morgren.
He gets up, looks around, evaluates the situation, and says, "Oh, unconscious ally! Section 1 of teamwork, subsection B. I gotta go and help him!" And he jumps over and uses all of his lay on hands. You gain 20 HP.
Yay, I'm halfway dead. Almost halfway dead.
So now
You get up.
Donatar, that's like unconscious, right?
No, everybody's awake.
Everybody's up.
Okay.
There's a second. There's a pause, and then all of you start to smell the fragrance of burning mushroom.
Yeah.
Oh god. Are we about to be high?
I don't think. Hopefully, it's not one of those mushrooms.
Okay, so the mushrooms were set on fire by Donatar, and so this whole section of the room is on fire.
You'll just let that burn.
I was going to escape the lair, but then I got high.
But wait, what's in the room that...
Sorry, I could not help myself.
What's in the room that the third skeleton came out of?
You have, you can see through the door, there's 2 bodies on the floor and just giant mushrooms all around that have, that are like, constantly emitting pink spores.
What are the pink spores?
Different colored spores says bad to me.
Rod, can you tell what the pink spores are?
Can I roll nature?
Yes, go ahead and roll
Also,
nature.
I want to cast Gust of Wind to put out the fire.
Sounds good.
Not casting nature, my bad. Rolling for nature, which I rolled 8 plus 6 is 14.
14? Those are sleeping spores. They give vivid hallucinations to the person who breathes them and makes them fall into long trance-like dreams during which they cannot move.
Okay, so close that door.
Who's the person in there?
Who's the people in there?
You're able to identify smoking pools and Macaria.
Smoking pools?
Yeah, smoking pools and Macaria. It's the listen. Those are pre-printed character sheets that I found online that I can just use for any one shot that I do. Okay, Donatar was on there, Morgren was on there, Smoking Pools and Macaria
Smoking Pools is just quite the name.
Yes, I agree.
Which one is Smoking Pools?
So Smoking Pools is the furry, the tabaxi. That's right.
The furry.
Sorry, they're the. If someone plays a tabaxi, in most games, that's an indicator that they're very likely a furry in real life.
And I mean, playing a Dragonborn is also,
Yeah, that's for scalies, you know. It's
but it still falls in a furry fandom.
yes, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. But just
The moment,
that was
you
as
know-
Freudian slips come.
I kind of say it on purpose, but the moment you know is when someone is playing a Tabaxi druid. That's when there's no need to ask. You know. Okay. So you close this door and stop all of the poisonous spore gas from getting through to here.
So we're not gonna save him?
Well, maybe we will, but let's not fall asleep before we can do it.
Okay. Thanks to your ability, thanks to your roll on nature, you also know that those things won't get you high, but the smoke that fills the air will definitely knock you unconscious as this thing is burning, because you will run out of oxygen.
That's why I wanted to use gusts of wind
Okay.
to extinguish the fire.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. But if I do that, it is concentration, so I would lose my detect magic spell.
That's right. But
I mean, we got this far. Let's
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm putting out the fire.
you spend your spell slot through this very cramped hallway that hasn't had a natural air movement in centuries. For the first time, the power of air rushes through, scattering
Dust and debris.
mold, dust, all sorts of small mushrooms that go flying and immediately extinguishing the fire.
So
Like
mushroom hit
a
the wall.
strong smoke fills the place and is quickly kind of evaporated by the gust of wind spell. And you can keep it active for a few more turns if you want, but otherwise the spell has had its effect.
Alrighty.
Can I?
You know what?
Can I turn around and use the gust of wind spell in the other direction? Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
Well,
It's
it dissipates poison clouds. Let me see if you can.
Is we were going to escape the dungeon, but then we got high gonna happen?
No, we were gonna skip the dungeon and we got hit with let's see.
No. See, those are the sleeping mushrooms that give you hallucinations.
Can you change the? Okay, as a bonus action,
you can change the direction in which the line blasts from you.
cool. So you can open the door and dissipate all of the sleeping spores in the room on the other side.
All right, cool. We can do that. We can get them out of there. We can hopefully get them awake.
Cool. You step into the room, Kazaris, and you're gonna realize a few things. First off, you're not gonna be able to wake them up because they're already awake. Both of them have deep wounds. One of them has a fully split skull, and the other one is just missing. It has just been cleaved over through here. But they do not seem to be in pain. There are purple mushrooms knitting their bodies back together, and they're sort of like looking at each other and like starting to move. And Macaria says, "What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Where's my?" And like touches her split face. Her fingers passing in between parts of her skull, and she says, "Oh boy! Oh, this is some freaky magic."
You should probably take your fingers out.
She extracts it.
Yeah, it's like you probably don't want finger brain.
You know what this is. your spores are able to help you cast Animate Dead. It's not usually to the point where those people regain their consciousness. But those two are clearly dead and reanimated.
Okay.
Congratulations, you're undead.
Congratulations.
Oh wait, wouldn't it be under the influence of whoever revived them?
Yes, right? Or is it the mushrooms that revive them?
Another thing happens. You realize, why would there be sleeping mushrooms in here? Because you blew away all the sleeping gas, you start to see movement from what you assumed to just be the flesh and roots of those
Mushrooms.
6 mushrooms there. So in the lower parts, closer to the ground, they sort of like build into this like network of roots. You're going to start seeing, like you see an eye open, and something tries to move out of it, and you see this like covered in pink slime adventurer, like pretty like still wearing equipment, armor, like a spellcasting focus, trying to like emerge out of the mushrooms, completely emaciated, barely hanging on to life. And as the roots that were like clenched in their mouths, as they pull them out, trying to extract themselves, you see that they start to like cough and fall unconscious to the floor one after the other.
How many are there?
There's actually 6. There's 1 per mushroom.
Holy shit. That's terrifying. I guess I run up and try to... Well, you're in there, not me.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
Rat, this is your thing-ish. What is going on? I mean, I can cast Arcana.
It's
yeah.
the...
Or do an Arcana check, I
You
mean.
can do an Arcana, sure.
But yeah. I got 15.
15, okay. You know that a lich needs about 1 soul per month. 1 person to die within the radius of its soul container in order to stay alive. This is the room that was mentioned in Druidic. This place is meant to just keep adventurers alive until it's their time
It's like
of the month.
they come through, you
Sorry.
kill them.
Sorry. Their turn to die.
Okay, that was definitely a Freudian slip. That was definitely...
Alright, and we're cleanly going to move on from this mistake I've made to the next part of our adventure.
So if we
So,
save this...
does that have anything to do with it being all pink and slimy?
I'm moving on!
If you save it, you'd be depriving the lich of its food.
But you also, like, watching this, see that those things were keeping them alive. They are, like, them waking up is not a good thing for them. They are coughing and they're coming out of, like, something that was keeping them alive. And immediately, like, coughing and falling unconscious. They're
dying.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Well, since they're dying, might as well loot their bodies.
Just let them die?
Wait.
He's counting down for something.
We don't know who this person is. You have 2 seconds to decide, Carrie.
Carrie.
Okay.
Wait.
What do you want?
I'm actually trying to look up which ones of mine.
Okay.
Like, is spare the dying a ritual? Can I do it as a ritual?
No, but it's a cantrip, so you can do it as many times as you want.
Okay.
Okay.
I will spare the dying on them.
Cool. One at a time, you stabilize them, which means that they are not making death saves anymore.
Oh, what?
One.
Doesn't.
I knew that there was something that needed to do that, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's spare the dying. It's a cantrip. But it's not cantrip that's not what you were describing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
But yes, they are unconscious, but they're no longer dying.
Okay.
Good catch. Very, very quick, because I was counting down.
For their ultimate death.
But yeah. You see Smoking Pools sort of getting up and looking at their own body and being like, oh, wow. I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
Probably
Shit,
not.
Sherlock.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I feel like we should let the mushrooms keep healing them.
It's not healing them.
They're
Well,
already dead.
They're dead.
I'm
Yeah.
dead?
What?
What?
I'm dead?
You're undead,
You're
right?
undead?
So like the starts like touching their face and like kind of they look at each other and they're like, yeah, you're definitely not alive. Looking at each other and they're like, fuck.
Hey guys, it's okay. You're all right. You're obviously still who you are, right?
How would I know?
Who's your master?
Clark?
Okay.
Close
Okay.
enough.
Okay.
Close enough.
All right. Yeah. See, totally.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, either they're still normal or Clark's secretly a lich.
Maybe
behind,
both.
behind you, you hear the voice of Morgren, the paladin, looking at his two companions, and you see that he says, "Safety instructions, Section 5, Article A, Subsection 3. When in doubt about a threat to students, personnel, school property, or your own life, neutralize the threat first. Ask questions later." And he's gonna charge at Smoking Pools and Smoking Pools and
I honestly wish there was something that was literally just smack sense into him.
Something literal?
Well,
Literal?
there's the spell Calm Emotions that might work here, but he.
Can I? I don't want to cast another spell. I could cast Earthbind on him, and he would have to stay still.
You can also try to make a strength check to
Trip him? Can I trip him?
He's running.
Trip him
Wait, no,
over.
wait. I would try to stop him too. He's near me.
Yeah, he's got to get past all of you, so you all get a chance if you want to try to grab him.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
we're
Wait,
going to.
he's running with his hammer up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I'm just gonna like grab onto the hammer.
Okay, cool. Make a strength check. Okay. That's going to be a 15 difficulty. Do you want to try to stop him as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also going to.
I
Okay.
want to try and trip
I
him.
got a 7.
Got it. That doesn't pass. 15 again for Rot
I rolled
and
a 17.
17. Okay, cool. You're able.
Rot
you
does it.
trip him, and you're able to like hold him onto the ground, and he's like, "You're
Morgren.
What?
Our first goal should be to get out of here and get the students out of here.
There might be a threat."
Morgren.
There'll be a bigger threat if.
Have you seen who actually works at this school?
Yes.
Some
Okay.
undead people aren't out of the usual for the staff of Candlekeep.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't come complaining to me when they start when their eyes start glowing red and they say they have to serve the master now.
And when the next time comes, we'll lop off their heads.
And you can be the suspicious one of the group.
Ugh.
You know what? Watch them closely.
Yes.
Okay. You
but-
hear this door clicking open, and you see the head of a bugbear hopping it, like watching through it and saying, "Oh, thank God, it's you!" and sort of like opens the door. So this is
I might actually need to take off because I have someone
okay.
who's. Okay, well, it's still gonna be a little while, but yeah, we probably need to wrap up in the next few minutes.
Got it. This is Grazan, the barbarian, and the students are were hiding in this room behind him. And you also notice this complex piece of machinery with a pool of water at the bottom behind them. That's where we're going to end it for today. We're going to do the veils and lines, and so that Carrie
Stars
can...
and wishes?
Oh, yes, stars and wishes. So that Carrie can go when it is time.
Alright.
I will say for a star, I liked that this was a good mix of puzzle and action.
And some comedy in there.
Yes. Well, I mean, puzzle and combat. Like it wasn't just a puzzle and it wasn't just combat, and they kind of
Okay, so now
tied
that
together.
we're all through that near-death wall, was there another way for us to get past that?
Oh, there was no way to turn it off.
Okay.
This is such a convenient thing for a druid, for a blight and his legions of undead to use.
Since they don't have to.
There wouldn't be a reason to have an off switch for this.
Since they're undead, they're not affected by it.
Except the blight.
So puzzle and combat. Do you have a wish?
I guess for a wish, you know what? I don't know because I have some things I'm thinking about, but like it's kind of two directions. I'm either like make it out of here alive or just give us a really dramatic death.
Okay.
I'm against that dramatic death. But at the same time, half of that team is already dead.
Not really.
And I'm a necromancer. So
Exactly.
So you can bring them back to life under your power.
I literally always have animate.
No, you can always have
Necromancers are also great for depression. They can raise your spirits.
Aha. 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 Good one.
Cool. Haley, do you have a star and a wish?
I liked, I loved how when we walked through the door into the big room, Carrie was immediately like, all right, what's going on here? And we found out real quick that it was just all for show. I thought that was cool.
I'm so wondering, is the lich even real?
And I wish I knew what the fuck I could do with these mushrooms and what my relationship to the Circle of Spores is.
Yeah.
But that's personal wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, my was like the voice in my head that I keep hearing.
Yeah, I wish I knew what was going
Where is
on.
it? I was like, so far.
Something's going on. I wish I knew what it was.
Yes.
So your wish is to understand the voice in your head?
Yeah.
You can slot that as like the next mystery after you get through these.
Well, it's I have current multiple mysteries running at the same time, though.
Yeah,
So-
what I mean is after you get those, you could.
You have the one you've got written is the limbless
The limbless horror.
Yes, that's correct.
That's my main focus.
Now, did you hear what the skeletons were attributing your ball bearings being dropped? Where they were like, what's causing this?
The feet.
The feet.
That's right, the feet.
That's what.
Another pun!
Oh.
Huh?
Another pun!
No, it's not. It's not a pun.
It's the feet of the limbless horror.
It's the feet of the limbless horror.
Oh.
Remember, because our theory
Oh,
is
feet.
that they were
F-E-E-T.
Yes.
I thought it was F-E-A-T.
No, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
our theory is
I knew that. I thought you were making a pun on defeat.
Was it
Oh,
the feet?
no. It's
Was it the feet? Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you have a star, Damien?
That thing with the feet went over my head.
I was not trying to make a pun. Do you have a star?
The puzzles and the balance of the puzzles and the combat.
Okay.
It's like little Easter.
Oh, at least I know what the feet are now.
Yeah, like as a group of level 5s, battling a group of free
how-
skeletons is a piece of cake. But battling a group of free skeletons when there's a wall of near death separating you and some of your allies that are unconscious, is fun. Fun. It's
How
like
low
very
are
different.
we
Huh?
in school?
What?
How-
Oh, very low.
Because I'm wondering if we're a few hundred feet below ground.
Who was it who convinced Bonnie? It was you who convinced Bonnie not to crash. No, it was Laraza. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. It's all good. Well, I like the chest is at technically ground level. The head is up high, about what 3,000 feet. 300, like 3,000,
300?
300.
The head, it's moving through the sky, just screaming. How high is it?
300 feet up in the
300
air.
feet.
Probably.
So maybe we're 300 feet down.
Maybe.
It's about 300 feet down. So does that mean that the arms are 300 about? Like,
Feet.
that's the
Probably.
same distance?
Direction. Yeah, because the theory is that it was quartered, right? Drawn by horses in different directions. Is that
Well,
the
I mean,
theory?
they wouldn't have to necessarily be horses. They could be something else, even more horrible.
Right.
Portals.
Yes, absolutely.
That were closed. On
Oh gosh!
Oh my god.
We got. Yeah, y'all gotta stop giving me ideas. No, okay. I wanted
All of us
I wanted
making
noted. I wanted noted that this was already drawn before you mentioned anything. And that's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
How was that drawn?
What is that? Oh.
It's nothing. It's nothing. I just want it noted that it was already there.
Okay.
It's a control room.
No, it's 5 different portals.
Oh my god, no!
Was that
Oh
right?
my god!
Was I right?
See, Damien, you would make a good GM.
Yes, I think you should give it a try after we're done with this campaign.
I kind of do want to try it. And every single session, one was die.
Oh god.
Who was it who had the idea to get the divination teacher?
Me.
Oh.
Because I was like, well, maybe, the divination teacher. No, I think me and Carrie ran. Because
It was both of you two, yeah.
I was like, maybe
You guys
we
had
should
it
get.
at the same time. It was
So I
something.
did divination teacher.
Did you find your dice, or is that Simon's?
That's Simon's. I don't know where I left mine. I'll find it. I'll find it later.
Okay.
They're in here somewhere.
Let's see. Do I have any wishes? And y'all have been taking excellent notes, remembering things about the relationship between Harris and Pendragon that we haven't mentioned for like ages. I don't think I have any wishes. Damien, the star is your use of your familiar sassy, and also how when I was having Sassy's voice in your head to remind you, you can use this spell to test out if how the barrier works. But because she was telling you, don't you dare, you were taking into account the personality and deciding, no, I'm actually not gonna use that. This was me trying to give you options in a way where it was like, somebody's not going to be happy about it, there's a price to pay, and you were just like, no, you're right, I don't want to hurt my familiar. I love that, and your ability to convince Bonnie to when to stop close to the ground, it gave me such a good opportunity for a scene with Empress Whitepaws. It was great, I loved it.
And we found that she was like,
Haley, your use of gust of wind to not just take care of the fire on one side, but the sleeping spores on the other side, That's brilliant. And you trying to deceive the skeletons. Like it's that's why I made you roll for it, because there are spells such as disguise self, and maybe you could have been pretending. You could have been the blight pretending to be a.
I wish I could have read mine, so I would have disguised myself as one. That's the master being on that side.
Yeah, sure. You that is something you could have tried. You do have the mask of disguise self.
Yeah, but since I don't know how the master looks like, I couldn't.
Yes, you're right. Yes, they're just trying to deceive the skeletons. I'm gonna say it now and repeat it when he returns. But for Carrie, I loved his use of healing word, which is a range healing spell, which is exactly what you need with the wall of near death, and trying to grab a bunch of mushrooms to have as much life as possible when when going through the wall of near death.
It was a good try.
It's a good try, yeah. The fury that maybe it got overwhelmed made sense, but also what actually happened is that Morgren was healed by smoking pools with a healing word. That's why he came out of being nearly dead, and the skeletons then knocked him back to 0 HP, and that's why he had wounds on him. Not because he
But wait, how? Oh, so the other ones passed through also, but not got knocked out.
knocked out or killed in the case of smoking pools, and
So they're dead.
so they're undead.
They're dead undead.
Yes, they're dead undead. That's right. Those two are dead undead. Donatar and Morgren are fine, and so is Grozan.
Well, so much for that security team.
Well,
As we pointed out.
Why would they get fired for being undead? The board of trustees is almost all undead.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that because they